Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, August the 28th, 2024. If you hear some background noise, forgive me. I started my dishwasher and I thought it would be finished by now, but it's already almost 9:30 and I'm ready for bed. So I'm at the point where I've worked on my other projects. I finished the map with the buildings that were recently torn down, and you see my cat's playing. And so now I'm just going ahead and just going to make this video. So if you do hear some noise in the background, it's going to either be my dishwasher or my cat's playing. So that being said, I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's been a few days since I've came on here with a Smith County Courthouse construction update. However, the Arcadia Theater was brought down on August the 17th. That was about a week and a half ago. I got my calendar over here looking, so if you see me looking, look at my calendar. And so I'd still go by, check every day when I get out of work at 5. I'd swing by there. If there's no significant changes or another building brought down, I just leave. But on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd, I drove through there. And again, there's no significant change. As of that 5 p.m. on the 23rd, Arcadia Theater was the most recent building brought down. Well, over the weekend, my car bit the dust. The engine went out, and I would have to get a new engine. That, with all the other work I would have to put in the car, I was looking close to $7,000 between the $2,300 I'd already put in the car, plus the cost of a new engine and other work I was had on the books that I was planning on doing. And I said, you know what? It's time for a new vehicle. So I had to postpone that vehicle shopping until the 27th because the 26th I had to go out of town on a business trip and didn't get back home until late on that evening, which was Monday. So 27th, I worked up until it was time for me to go get my MRI. And for my left knee, which my left knee's having problems, but you know what? I don't care. I'm keeping track of this update, and so I'm going to work around my, do what I can. So if I ever see me out there and I'm limping, it's because my knee's hurting. And if I end up having to have surgery and crutches, I still be out there with my crutches. But at least things will start slowing down now with these buildings being torn down, because once they finish tearing these buildings down, they will, I guess there'll be another contractor to come in and dig the pit, or the footprint, if you will, of the new courthouse. And from what I'm understanding, this pit is going to be about 20 or 21 feet deep. It's going to be a full basement with parking, entrances, separate entrances to the courthouse, the different floors for judges, for staff. And then there's a tunnel. Currently, there is a tunnel that goes from the jail over to the current courthouse, and they'll build a new tunnel from the jail to the new courthouse. So that has to be dug out over under the street on the Irwin Street side. And in the pictures, those of you that aren't familiar with downtown Tyler, when you see me take the full pictures of that block, and you see that red building in the kind of to the right in the background, that's the jail. And I think they did really good on the architecture for that jail. It's not bland. Certainly not. I wouldn't think it's ugly. I mean, they did give it some character. So I didn't even think it was a jail when I first saw it. So anyway, let's review the buildings real quick that they brought down. So like I said, today, Wednesday evening, was the first time I've been able to go by there since Friday evening. So I don't know if they worked Saturday, knowing they worked last Saturday. Probably they did. So I don't know. These dates I put on here are approximate. It's based on the amount of debris that has already been cleaned up. So let's start with, if you look at the map that I have on my Facebook page. So, now I'm at my screen. So the buildings along Ferguson Street were demolished. So we had the one building that was on the corner of Spring Avenue and Ferguson Street. That was 201 East Ferguson. Right next to it was 207 East Ferguson. And then going east to 11 East Ferguson, 215 East Ferguson, and then 219 East Ferguson. Then there was Fannin Avenue, then the railroad track. Looking at the debris to this afternoon, 219 East Ferguson, over there on the corner of Fannin and Ferguson, the one closest to the railroad. That one had the most debris cleaned out. Even the basement looked like they had already started digging out the basement. So I put that one, I mean, that one could have probably been done on the 24th, but I'm thinking with the debris that I saw on the 23rd that was still there, I figured they probably spent the 24th cleaning that up, and then Monday they came in on the 26th and probably brought down 219 East Ferguson, and then started on the 201 and 207, which were on the corner of Ferguson and Spring Streets, because those are pretty much gone too. I mean, I could see some foundation had been cleared. However, 211 and 215, the building was not totally brought down. The majority of it was, but there was a section of roof still had the air conditioner attached to it. So I put those as being torn down on Tuesday, August the 27th. And there was a commenter on my Facebook said he drove by there yesterday, or Tuesday afternoon rather. Yeah, Tuesday afternoon, and it all had already been cleared out. All the buildings had already been brought down. So with that being said, I'm thinking that Tuesday I put, sorry, my cat was resting up under my monitor. I was thinking Tuesday, so that's where I put Tuesday as being the day they started bringing down the last building. And when they start bringing the building down, if they don't finish it completely, then I go ahead and count that day as the day they bring the building down. And so that's what we have it. All right, now reviewing where we started. So along Irwin Street side, starting near Fannin Avenue, you have 212 East Irwin. That was the Murphy Law Firm, I think Murphy. It was built in 1946 and demolished on August the 5th, 2024. So the demolition started on August the 5th and completed on the 27th. So it's 22 days that it took to demolish that entire block of buildings. The next building to that was the Senate building, which housed the barber shop. That was built in 1957. That's 210 East Irwin, and it was demolished on August 7th. Next building was the Bell Bonds building, 206 East Irwin, built in 1955, demolished August 7th. On the corner of Irwin and Spring was the New York store. Had two addresses, 101 and 103, according to the Appraisal District website. Built in 1955, demolished 2024 on August the 8th. 105 North Spring Street, I think that was like a dance studio or something, or is that green, kind of that little small narrow green building there? Next door to the New York store. It's 105 North Spring, built in 1905 through August the 17th, 2024. Then the wider building that had the green awning, and I don't have the name of that building, 107 North Spring Avenue, built in 1972, demolished August 17th, 2024. And the next to it was the P-Bapst building, I think, built there. I could not locate a date of construction, so I just put demolished August 13th, 2024. Then 113, 114, and 119 was just the front facade, and then those were the buildings that had burned down back in, I think, 2000. Don't give me the line. Anyway, it's been a while. They were already burned down when I started working in Tyler, which was in 2014. And it had that little park, that little plaza park. And that was brought down on August 12th. Then 119 North Spring, that was the Arcadia Theater, built in 1905, demolished August 17th. Building on the corner of Spring and Ferguson is 201 East Ferguson, which I find interesting that has a Ferguson address, even though the building fronted Spring Avenue. It was the oldest, well, that along with 211 was the oldest buildings in the whole block, built in 1902 and demolished August 26th. Right next door was 207 East Ferguson, built in, there goes my screen again, 1915, demolished August 26th. 211 East Ferguson, built in 1902, demolished August 27th. 215 East Ferguson, built in 1903, August 27th, demolished. 219 East Ferguson, built in 1940, demolished August 26th. And what I plan on doing is, when things start slowing down, I'm not stop taking pictures as much, having to keep daily regular updates like this. I want to go through and I'm going to take before and after pictures of each of these addresses. I took tons of pictures. And I want to do kind of like do a before and after shot. So kind of like do a spotlight, maybe do a little research on that building to see what I could find. I started doing it on the buildings on Irwin Street, doing some research on those, but it's going to take a lot of time to do research on these buildings. And I was sifting through lots of newspaper archives. So I figured because I have other things, I'm trying to keep up this map and take pictures and type all these dates out, plus put them on my Facebook page. I figure I could do that later. I could do like a before and now picture of each of these locations and maybe do a little bit of background on them. All right, so like I said, the next plan is after they clean up this block is build the footprint of the new building, the new courthouse, build the basement 20 to 21 feet deep. So that's going to be a lot of dirt work. There's going to be a lot of trucks leaving that site. So if y'all drive around there when they start that, you be careful and see what happens and see how things go. All right, y'all have a good one.